Hello everyone, thanks for joining us again at Gunther's Kitchen. Today we're making Christmas puddings, and they are, so to speak, famous Gunther's Christmas puddings. I made thousands of them over the years for hamper companies or for the people out there who absolutely love them. They were presented like this in a nice box, and because we are not commercially making them anymore, now I share the recipe with you. And as always, the most important part is the ingredients. The ingredients, buy the best you can. The best sultanas, the best raisin, the best currants, the best eggs, good butter, and then brandy and marinate your fruit. Alright, let's start. So what we have done is we marinated our fruit. We put in sultanas, raisin, currants, a few cherries, mixed peel. We put that all together with brown sugar, brandy and milk. We mix that all, and the whole flavor goes into the fruit and all the fruit swells up. That has been in the fridge for 1 week. That's a must to get a good Christmas pudding. Alright? So, also, the details, measurements, you find in the recipe attached. Alright? So now, we put everything together. We've got here the flour, we add the breadcrumbs, we add the slivered almonds, because I like a bit of a crunch in the pudding too. And we add our spices. Salt, nutmeg, cloves and cinnamon. If you don't like one of them, just leave them out. And then we add our eggs, free-range eggs of course. And we add our melted butter. And at the end, we add our marinated fruit. And it just smells delicious. The fruit, because all the sugar is melted and the brandy and all the flavor has gone into the liquid. So now we're just going to put this into the machine. Of course you can mix that by hand, but because I'm used to making it like that in the factory, now we do the same. And we just put it on low speed. We don't need to turn it up, we just put it on low speed until everything is mixed, and then we put it into 2 dishes. What I forgot to mention, it also needs a lemon. The zest and the juice of 1 lemon. Okay, and we might as well just mix it by hand. So the pudding is in the mold. I buttered the mold really well, and then I divided the mix into the 2, a small one and a sort of medium to large one. I cut a piece of paper. What I did is I just used normal silicone paper or baking paper. I turned the mold upside down and cut around it. So there's one for the larger one and one for the smaller one. That keeps the moisture in, so it doesn't dry out up the top. So now we just use a piece of aluminium foil and we just put it down and wrap it all around it. Push it in and try to push it underneath the lip. As you can see, there's a lip. Push it underneath there. Alright? And that's good enough. A little bit of the steam should go inside the pudding anyway, so that keeps it nice and moist. And then the other one, same thing. So basically, under the lip, and again, under the lip, you can push it down and twist it. That's the way we used to do the cake tins. Before you know, when there's paper underneath, all good. So now we're putting it into a Dutch oven. I've got a small one here. We're doing it two different ways. One on the stove in the Dutch oven, one in the oven in the Dutch oven. So I take a lid, put it on there, and put it on there. So it doesn't get in contact with the bottom of the pot, because otherwise it would be too hot. It has to heat up slowly and cook slowly. And now we take our kettle with the boiling water and we fill it up 3/4. So what we're going to do, we put this one on for 4.5 hours on the stove, and we keep an eye on it. Maybe after 2 hours we top up the water. Alright, so we put it on the larger flame first, bring it to the boil, put it on a little flame, let it simmer, 4.5 hours, done. Next one, we've got some of those little pastry dishes. Same thing, we're putting it on top of it, and we 3/4 up, hot water. In the oven it's not so much of a worry that it will reduce the water too much, but in any case, halfway through we check it, we top it up a bit. Alright? And this goes in the oven also, because it's a bit bigger, 4.5 hours. If it's a little bit light in color, we put it in a bit longer. Alright? I'll see you when they're out of the oven and they are cooling down on the bench. Okay, so it is the next day. We have let them cool down well and truly. Let's open them up. Let's see. Okay, look at those. Now, what we need to do is, because there's butter on the bottom of the of the mold, so we just need to heat it up a little bit on the flame or in hot water. It's probably easier for you to just put it in some hot water. I'm quite used to doing it on the flame. So we do this. The dish is nice and warm now, so we just turn it out. See, hopefully it comes out. Yes, beautiful. Here we go. Just be careful so you don't pull it all apart. And then we turn the flame off. So I put it on glad wrap because we're going to store it until we're having Christmas dinner. So what I'm doing is I'm putting some brandy on top, just like that, and just let it run down. That's all good, because the glad wrap will keep it in, and then we're just folding it in, yeah, from the corners to the corners, and from the corners to the corners, yeah, and then we're wrapping this whole thing up in foil. And that's the way we put it in the fridge until Christmas Day. Okay? Here we go. And that's it. And that's your Christmas pudding ready for your Christmas dinner. Okay, so I turned the little pudding out. I put it on a small plate. I pre-cut it because it's always easier with those puddings are very soft, so they're very nice to eat, but it's easier to pre-cut them when they're cold. So I pre-cut just one piece for us to try, and we covered it with cling film and heated it up in the microwave. So 1.5 minutes, that's enough. So we make it easy on Christmas Day. Just pre-cut it, forget about it, warm it up, and you are done. And then we're gonna flame it. All right, let's do that now. Okay, so what we need is half a shot of brandy, we need a soup ladle and we need a lighter. So what I've done is I heated up the brandy for 10 seconds in the microwave. If you don't have a microwave, just put it in a little saucepan on the stove, but just warm it up. Don't overheat it. If you overheat the brandy, it loses alcohol, it won't burn. And please use a ladle. You don't want to use this, pour it on, and then everything is burning. Yeah? So what we do is we put this in there, we light it, and then carefully we put it over the pudding. Let's try if we have done a good job. Oh, surely looks great. Okay, you can see, beautiful. So as you can see, when you pre-cut the pudding, you get a nice clean cut. And now let's try it. Very nice. The only thing it needs is a little bit of brandy butter and some brandy custard, and it'll be your perfect dessert for Christmas Day. All right, have a try, copy the recipe. As you saw, it's very easy. Just you need a little bit time management, and then there's not a problem at all. And you know what's in your pudding. Instead of buying one, and you never know, they put cheap fruit, a lot of filler in it. You've got your own good ingredients, gives a good product. All right? So as always, follow, subscribe, like, share it with your friends, and leave a comment down below. Maybe you have got another suggestion for a Christmas pudding. Okay, I'll see you soon again at Günther's Kitchen on YouTube. Bye for now.